Observing obscure observances. What's happening, everybody? Welcome. It is May 8th. Look at the calendar. We got Fantastic Friday, which is celebrated the second Friday of May. Fantastic Friday, Giving Sharks a Voice, was created by Whale Times, along with help from the Shark Research Institute. Whale Times director Ruth Rusgrove got the idea for the day when she was writing the book Everything Sharks. She thought the view of sharks should be updated, as their survival was essential for the survival of all ocean species. She believed they needed a new voice and that kids could be that voice. Rightfully, kids could be that voice. Rightfully, the day celebrates and raises awareness for sharks. The day celebrates and raises awareness for sharks and is geared towards children. It encourages them to get involved in shark conservation efforts and to help change public opinion about sharks from fear to appreciation, from hate to love. Not only is the day dedicated to sharks, but to also elasmobranchs. This is a elasmo branches like raisin skates as well. I didn't know an elasmo branch? Elasmo branch. I didn't know that. That's what they're called, evidently. Interesting little thing. Of course, all I can think of is that Jimmy Buffett song, Fins, from 1979. You got fins to the left, fins to the right, and you're the only girl in town. Old school music there for you. Okay. Free Trade Day, observed annually on May 8th. Did not know that. Yeah, Free Trade Day. Yeah, what can I get for this? Is it like the barter system or something? Yeah, let's see what this is all about. Free trade. All right. Oh, come on. Quit jumping around here. Oy vey. Stinking thing. All right, try it again. Darn it. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Free Trade Day was created by Dr. Tom Stevens, founder of the Objectivist Party. Didn't know about these guys. With the goal of making people more aware of the importance of free trade and creating wealth, an efficient economy, and a higher standard of living. It takes place on the birthday of Austrian economist Friedrich Hayek, hope I'm saying that right. Friedrich Hayek, a proponent of free trade. Advocates of Free Trade Day are from one economic school of thought. They want a system without trade barriers and without tariffs, which will bring lower prices for consumers and opportunities for producers. Well, there you go. Good idea. Free trade is a complex economic issue debated by professional economists. With complete free trade, government will place no tariffs on imports and no subsidies on exports. Other trade barriers, such as quotas on imports, will also be removed. There will be no taxes or barriers on the trades of services, equal access to market, everyone, and the free movement of labor and capital. Honestly, folks, I honestly don't know much about this stuff. I really don't. I don't know a lot about free trade. I'm not an economist. I'm sorry. I'm not an economist. There you go. I'm not an economist. I'm not one of these people you see on CNN with the graphics and the bow tie, and I'm looking at the camera because it looks like I know what I'm talking about. No, I don't know much about the whole free trade thing. I honestly don't know about that, far beyond my scope of knowledge. Iris Day, I wonder if that's in reference to the thing in your eye. Observed annually on May 8th. Oh, and there's no information. Darn, I would have liked to have learned a little bit, but apparently no. I'll Google it later. Screw it. Military Spouse Appreciation Day, also known as Military Spouses Day. Observed the Friday before Mother's Day. There's no information about that, but thank you to all the military spouses out there. National Coconut Cream Pie Day. If you're into that. National Give Someone a Cupcake Day. Cupcakes are good, especially the little, with a little frosting on them. Pretty good. Real good. What am I talking about? Cupcakes are good, man. Little cupcakes. Now I made myself all hungry. National Give Someone a Cupcake Day. Well, what if they're diabetic? Then you kind of can't, can you? No, you can't. All right, here we go. Happiness is spread far and wide today when people give each other cupcakes. It doesn't matter if they are store-bought or homemade. Cupcakes always make always make a day better, and they've been doing it for about 2 centuries. Wow, the first mention of a dessert with the quality of a cupcake was an American cookery in 1796, and the first time the term cupcake was used was in 1828. Oh, did not know that. There were 2 different definitions of cupcakes, also known as cupcakes, at that time. One type of cupcake was so named because it was baked in a container that looked like a cup. These were pottery cups, molds or ramekins, and predated muffin tins. This is the definition that is still used. The other type of cupcake was so named because of its recipe, which was measured up by the cup. Instead of being weighed, that type of cake appropriately was known as the pound cake. Which, by the way, you notice in the intro to the Van Halen song, Pound Cake sounds like a dentist drill? Seriously, go look that up. Go check that out when you're going to watching this one. Go check out Van Halen's Pound Cake, listen to the guitar intro, and try and tell me it doesn't sound like a bit of a dentist drill. It kind of does. Anyway. For instance, a recipe may have contained a cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flour, as well as eggs. These were sometimes baked in cups, but were also often baked in tins. Cupcakes use the same basic ingredients as regular cakes, can be topped with frosting or other decorations, and either can be filled. While they can be eaten as soon as they are purchased or made, they can also be given to someone. This is especially true on National Give Someone a Cupcake Day. All right. Well, if you're into cupcakes, enjoy them. All right. There, what else do we got on here? National Give It. National Have a Coke Day. I like soda, I like root beer, but I'll say this. You know, this may seem kind of shocking to the people out there watching, but I can't tell the difference between Pepsi and Coke in regards to taste. I don't know why, I just can't. I just can't do it. I don't know what it is. Like, you put a Coke and you put a Pepsi and you say, okay, drink the Coke. Oh, all right, so it tastes like Coke. All right, okay, now Pepsi. Tastes any different? No. I honestly can't tell the difference between Coke and Pepsi taste-wise. I just can't. I don't know why, but I can't. But here we go. Drink Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. Taste the feeling. And a tune with the words, I'd like to buy the world a Coke. These slogans may have influenced you to drink a Coca-Cola over the years, but there are no phrases needed to get you a Coke today because it is National Have a Coke Day. Now that slogan of I'd like to buy the world a Coke, that's take off on that old song, it goes, I kind of think of the title, but I know the words go, I think the words go, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. And, that's pretty much all I know about the song, really. You did these things on the fly, folks. All right, here we go. John Stiff Pemberton invented a cola syrup at his Eagle Drug and Chemical House John Stiff wait. I got to read this again. This is interesting. John Stiff Pemberton invented a cola syrup at his Eagle, right? Eagle Drug and Chemical House in Columbus, Georgia. He brought it to Drake Jacobs Pharmacy in Atlanta and mixed it with carbonated water to make the first cola drink. And it was introduced to the world on May 8th, 1886. I didn't know that. Both Columbus and Atlanta have since laid claim to the creation of the drink. It was originally sold as a health drink or medicine for getting rid of hangovers and headaches. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I think actually for a while they used to put heroin in there. Or maybe that was with cough syrup. Yeah, they used to put little bits of heroin in the cough syrup. Or maybe it was Coca-Cola. Now that I think about it, maybe it was Pepsi. I don't know. Either way, I can't tell the difference between those two beverages. And the other thing, when I go out to a restaurant, what I like to do, what I like to do nowadays is I like to play around with the wait staff a little bit. Like, let's be, what kind of beverage do you want? Start to say, well, what you got? They go, well, we got Coke products. And what I like to say now is, well, I'd like a Coke. Not because I'm a narc, because I'm thirsty. Oh, all right. What else do we got here? National Public Gardens Day. Observed the Friday before Mother's Day. No information, though, but all I can think of now are the various walks that were taken in Game of Thrones in the gardens. I've only seen a couple of the episodes, but I know about the garden walks. I don't know much else about it. Okay, National Student Nurses Day. No information on that, but you got to give it to the nurses around the world. They're really helping us out through this crisis. They really are. No Socks Day? Okay, you say so. And there is information on this. It's kind of an interesting thing. I don't know why, but I've always, whenever I don't have a sock on my foot and I'm wearing a shoe, it's a little, I don't know, it's a little wacky looking. I don't know. Looks a little weird, I guess. I don't know. All right, here we go. No Socks Day is pretty straightforward. It is a day when people don't wear any socks. According to its creators, Thomas and Ruth Roy of Milkcat Holidays, there are two benefits to participating in this day and not wearing any socks. For one, it saves on laundry, which helps the environment. For another, it lets all those who participate feel a little bit more free than they otherwise would. All right. Well, another benefit is that you don't have to deal with the sneaky socks at the end of the day. Have you ever noticed that? You could be just lounging around your house, fully clothed, just enjoying the day, not doing much of anything, maybe getting up occasionally to make food for the family, or maybe you're living at home, maybe you probably get up to make yourself a sandwich or something like that, and then you take your shoes and socks off at the end of the day, and the socks still stink. It's like it's trapped inside that little pocket, and then it comes out, and it's like, okay. Pesacini? Okay, Pesacini. Oh, this is a Jewish holiday I did not know about. Okay, what do we got here? All right, Pesacini? If I'm saying that right? I don't know. But let's see here. Where the hell is it? Pesacini is translated to second Passover. It occurs on 14 Iyar, the Hebrew calendar, which is 1 month after 14 Nisan, the day before Passover. On 14 Nisan, the Passover lamb, known as the Korban Pesach, was traditionally brought to prepare for Passover. A year after leaving Egypt, the Israelites were about to celebrate the Passover again. Some men weren't able to participate because they had come into contact with corpses, which made them ritually impure. Since they were required to participate, they were in dilemma and talked to Moses and Aaron. This brought about the law of Pesach Aaron. Oh, dang it. Law of Pesach Sheni. During these times, those that had been on a distant journey or who were eventually impure because they came into contact with a human corpse could bring the korban, Pesach on Pesach Sheni. Anyone who didn't bring it before Passover could bring it during the second Passover, provided that they didn't intentionally ignore it the month before. As the temple in Jerusalem no longer exists, the Passover sacrifice is no longer done. Some eat matzah during Pesach Sheni to memorialize past Passovers. Some also omit the Jewish prayer Tachanun on the day. Pesach Sheni is important in Shabbat and other Hasidic groups. The day has the theme of second chances with these observances. Teachers called Reb's conduct as they conduct a tish with wine, bitter herbs, and matzah. Matzah. Not matzah. 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 Want some matzah? Oich. Now, I'm half Jewish, folks, so make that what you will, me doing the accent. All right, here we go. Provider Appreciation Day, also known as Child Care Provider Appreciation Day. Observed the Friday before Mother's Day. No information on that. Time of remembrance and... Wow, this is a long one. Time of remembrance and reconciliation for those who lost their lives during the Second World War. Yeah, because it's VE Day. Observed annually on May 8th. No information about that. Why couldn't they just short up and say VE Day? Yeah, Writer Day. Victory in Europe Day, also known as VE Day. Observed every May 8th since 1945. No information. Well, they surrendered. Europe surrendered, and then, if I remember right, and then if I remember right, they realized, hey, this thing's over, and then 3 months later, we dropped the 2 bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and then a couple days later, Japan was like, all right, we throw in the white flag, we're done. World Ovarian Cancer Day, observed annually on May 8th. No information about that, but ladies, please get checked. World Red Cross and Red Crescent Day, observed annually on May 8th. No information on that. Well, that's the end of that one. I'm Lawrence Ross. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Hey, happy Mother's Day. And happy birthday to Trisha Paytas. Mwah. See y'all later.